So I wasn't really a fan of these when I first seen them on a runway show, but the more I seen people style them and now that I actually have them in hand, I definitely changed my mind. Today we're gonna be talking about the Balenciaga 3XLs in the black and white colorway. So it's gonna be a little bit of a review. I'm gonna go over the sizing and show you how it looks on foot. So these come in a standard Balenciaga box with the logo on the top and the sizing on the side. Inside of the box, it comes with a Balenciaga sports bag, but there is no extra pair of laces. So moving on to the shoe itself, overall, these are a lot more lightweight than I thought they would be. Just looking at the pictures online, I would have imagined that they were a little bit more heavy than this. So this is black and white colorway. So the base color for this is black, but there's some white detailing all throughout it. On the white pattern, it does have some distressing, so it is a little bit worn out in certain places. So the silhouette of the shoe is pretty wide, hence why it's called a 3XL. These shoes are a lot more wide than they are tall. So if you look at it from the top of the shoe, you can see how wide that sole really is. It sticks out at the sides and also at the back. If you look at it from the side, you can see once the heel stops, the sole extends past that heel, gives it more of an oversized silhouette. The shoe itself is made out of mesh and polyurethane. When I opened the box for the first time, I did have a strong smell. I don't know if it's more like a glue smell, but as I've been wearing it, it doesn't smell as much as it did before. Throughout the shoe, we do have this white detailing that extends from the front all the way to the back of the shoe. Makes the shoe look more sporty, contrasts pretty nicely to the black on the shoe. So these do have a worn out effect. It's a little less obvious on the black color, but on the other ones, you can see more of a distressing, especially on the white or the white and blue with the mud detailing. But this one is less distressed than those pairs. You can see some of the distressing on the sides and in the back, and then there's a little bit of distressing on the sole as well, but it's not as obvious as the lighter color pairs. So moving on to the front of the shoe, we got the Balenciaga logo by the toe. On the top of the toe box, it has a European sizing, and then moving up, we have those jumbo laces in black and white. On the tongue, it has one 3XL logo, and then it has a pull tab with a reflective strip. On the insole, there is one more Balenciaga logo. One interesting detail on the front of the shoe, it comes with an extra pair of laces tied around the front. I think that's a nice touch to the shoe. Makes it more unique than other shoes. On the website, it does say to remove these before wearing, but I think that's just the company trying to cover itself in case anyone slips. One thing I noticed about the laces, if you look at the bottom of the shoe, they fit nicely into the ridges on the sole. I don't know if that's intentional. When you walk in, you don't really feel like you're stepping on your laces or anything like that. Hopefully they don't fall off, but if they do, I would try to find some laces and replace them. Then moving on to the back of the shoe, there is one more Balenciaga logo. We got your European sizing again, and then one more pull tab with a reflective strip. Moving on to the bottom of the shoe, we got this wide sole that extends all the way throughout. So it's more wide than it is tall. So if you look at it from the top, you can see how it extends on the sides. And then if you look at it from the side, you can see how it extends past the heel on the back. There's no logo or branding on the outsole. Kind of different than the other Balenciaga shoes. Just a plain design on the bottom. So on their own, they do look kind of flat, but I think they look really good depending on how you style them. I would probably wear these with more baggy pants just to have the pants stack on top of the sole. And then the white detailing does peek out a little bit. I think it's a nice touch. I wouldn't wear these with anything too skinny or too slim. Probably want to stick with something more baggy for these. On the runway models, they did wear these with shorter shorts. That's not really my style, but it's another way to style it. Kind of contrasts with the oversized silhouette of the shoe. If that's something you want to go for, that's one way to style it too. But me personally, I probably stick with baggy pants. So I'll show you how it looks on foot. As I said, as you're wearing them, they do look a little bit flat on foot. These are some baggy sweats. They kind of flared out at the bottom. Again, with the oversized pants, the detailing on the shoe kind of peeks out. I'll show you how these look in comparison to the runners. So on the right, we got the 3XLs, and on the left, we got the runners. You can see how wide the shoe is compared to the runners, especially looking at it from the top. If you wear baggy pants with the runners, the pants do cover it a little too much, so you're not really seeing the shoe. But if you wear it with 3XLs, you got some of that detailing peeking out under the baggy pants. I do like both of the shoes, but I think this one's more fitting for baggier pants. So in terms of comfort, these are the most comfortable Balenciaga shoes I own. Because they are so lightweight, they're pretty easy to walk in. It does have kind of a flap to it because that sole is so oversized, but it doesn't really stop you from walking it. Definitely the perfect shoe for the summertime because it is so lightweight. So in terms of sizing, I'm a 9.5. I picked these up in a 42, which is US 9. So typical Balenciaga shoe. These do run big, so if you're gonna pick these up, you may want to size down by 1. These come in a few different colors. Personally, I think the black or the white one look best. They are kind of hard to come by right now, but they are slowly releasing them to different retailers. So if I find a link, I'll leave it in the description. But that's pretty much it for the Balenciaga 3XLs in the black colorway. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.